This video is spreading very quickly, and the young man appearing in it is the husband of that woman's sister. And it is said that her brother-in-law did something in front of everyone. Silent emotion, an unspoken love story. The fields were green, stretching as far as the eyes could see. Nadia held the water hose gently, watering the crops with care. Her breath carried the fragrance of damp soil, and in her eyes shimmered the soft reflection of the calm sunlight. She had loved the land since childhood. She always said that the earth was like a human heart. If you gave it love, it would return it with good fruit. At that moment, Ahmad, her sister's husband, approached with a bottle of water. He said kindly, "Nadia, you've been working since morning under the sun. Take some rest." Nadia smiled and replied, "There's not much left. I'll finish after this last row." Ahmad stood at the edge of the field watching her. Sweat glistened on her face. Yet her eyes carried a quiet determination that never broke. He felt deep respect for her. A simple, sincere girl who worked silently for her family and her land. When Nadia finished watering the crops, Ahmad stepped forward and took the hose from her hand. "Let me do it." "You're tired," he said. She answered calmly, "You're a guest, Ahmad. Sit and rest." He smiled and replied, "I'm not a guest, I'm part of this house." She paused, then said softly, "Yes, you are, but your place here is through my sister. And keeping a respectful distance is what preserves our values." Ahmad lowered his gaze. There were words in his heart left unspoken. But he realized some feelings were never meant to be voiced. Days passed. Sometimes they spoke briefly while working. But their conversations were always limited, wrapped in politeness and respect. One afternoon, Ahmad came and found Nadia sitting among the plants, writing in a small notebook. He asked, "What are you writing?" She quickly closed it and replied, "Just some thoughts." He smiled. "May I read them?" She shook her head gently. "No, they're words from the heart, not meant to be read." He laughed softly. "Words from the heart are the hardest to speak." She responded with only a silent smile. Life in the village flowed in the same rhythm. Sunrise, work, sunset, and the stillness of the night. Ahmad visited from time to time. And Nadia remained the same, calm, sincere, and close to the earth. One evening, they sat by the edge of the field. The air was still, birds were returning to their nests. Ahmad spoke quietly, "Do you ever feel that life hides some emotions from us?" Nadia replied, "Maybe because if they appeared, they would change the nature of relationships." He asked, "And you, are you afraid of change?" She said gently, "I'm not afraid, but I prefer relationships that stay respectful, just as they are." Silence filled the air. Her words were like moonlight, simple, yet profound. When Ahmad returned to the city, Nadia handed him a basket. "Take these fresh vegetables with you. My sister will like them," she said. He took them softly and looked at her hands, rough from work. "Your heart is purer than this land, Nadia," he said. "It's rare to find such sincerity." She smiled. Happiness is when a feeling stays within its limits. Only then is it truly honest. Ahmad left, and Nadia stayed in the fields, watching the sky and whispering to herself. Some emotions never die, they remain silent, planted deep in the heart like seeds. Months passed, then years. Ahmad returned with his wife and children. Nadia had grown older, but her purity remained untouched. She taught the women of the village sewing and reading, spreading peace and calm wherever she went. Ahmad looked at her and said, "You've turned your life into a beautiful message, Nadia." She smiled and replied, "When a person works with a sincere heart, every act becomes a form of worship." Ahmad lifted his eyes toward the sky and thought, "O Lord, protect Nadia. She is one of the few who remind us what true love means. A love that needs no words." As the sun set, Nadia walked back to the fields. The stalks of wheat swayed gently in the wind. She raised her hands to the sky and whispered silently, "O Lord, let this feeling remain pure forever." Then she closed her eyes and felt a deep inner peace. She had understood that life isn't about what we possess, but about what we hold in our hearts. Honesty, purity, and quiet love. The end. There are emotions that need no confession, no promises, only a heart that knows silence, and keeps love in